Yeah, we should still wait at the beginning though for buffs, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah,
No, let's just run Gothic and we'll wait at Gothic for buffs.
I'll enchant you boys at Gothic, I guess.
That's what I was about to ask.
Do you have
and
6
girls
slots?
now. Me? I have plenty of slots.
Just making sure because the enchant requires a lot of slots.
No, I have quite a few. By the way, I need master loot. Thanks.
Need assist.
Thank you. Am I quiet, guys?
No.
No.
You're perfect.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you are perfect.
Thank you. Just like you.
I was waiting for something else, not for that.
Winky face.
Well, at least Ricky's not here, so we don't have to summon immediately. Steps into Nax immediately, doesn't know where he is.
Ooh, we don't. Are we saving spots, or we still just have 3 open ones?
Well, we got 3 open ones. Had a lot of people that couldn't make it tonight for some reason. So this phase is a very special kind of phase because, well, players feel like they've seen the entire game, and so they have less desire to actually play. So it's a very high burnout phase. So something you'll probably see a lot this phase is us going through guild members. It's going to be the same for almost all guilds. People lose motivation. It was the same on private servers as well. A lot of people lose motivation as soon as
Can Kyra get assist, please?
Yeah, he could.
Also, I forgot. I assume none of you ferals are expecting to improve to Mark of the Wild, right?
Nope.
Wait, Heart of the Wild spec? Is that not a thing?
God, I have.
Here for buffs, please.
I have to buff everyone. Yay!
What's the script? Actually, I think I still have it in the DMs.
Hey, will somebody share the quest or for the
1 second. Wait a second.
You can't share the quest ring.
I forgot to get a Nexus from Kyra Barker because I'm senile. So.
Okay, I might have one. I have one. You need one?
Yeah, but I think I need 2. Let me check.
No.
I need 3 actually, and yeah. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
stop
actually
getting traded
senile.
for water.
Everyone else trying to get enchanted.
You can keep the Lesser Eternals. I have 2 already.
Should be healing, right? Making sure I had the right chat.
Yep, exactly.
Thank you.
Anyone else needs anything from me?
Can you craft elixirs of giants?
Yes, sir.
Ara was tanking Deadside last time. I think I might have Phenom tank Deadside this time.
That's over to the right side.
That is, yeah, over with the pile of bones over there. You're going to be over there with the melee. Waiting on Nazgul to catch up to the team here. Still on APL.
Trade me. I still need to buff every single group, so patience.
Nazgul flew? Nazgul, why didn't you get a summon?
You got invited to the summer group.
Yeah, if you have a greater shadow protection potion, you should 100% use it for this fight. It's definitely worth it. Also,
should we pre-pot it then?
Tanks, yeah, you should pre-pot it. Tanks on living side, what you want to do with the Death Knights, the ones that are on horses, but the elites, don't hold them in the group of casters because when they whirlwind, they make them all vulnerable to shadow, and then when a rider spawns and casts that shadow bolt volley, it almost kills them all. So we want to make sure that we're not holding those in the group when we do pick those up. Also, all of these mobs on living side are CCable, so you can definitely blast wave them, kite them, frost nova them before they come into the group as well. Yeah, we'll have to. We're definitely going to wait for them.
Log off if you want to preserve your buffs.
I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to get all the priests to the melee side for this.
You need them on the living side for shackles.
Oh. I think one or two you could use, but I don't know if we need all of them.
You need at least 3.
Yeah,
If
you
we
do
had
it. You're having fun with it, so it's all you, buddy.
Maybe we'll swap paladins into the melee groups to run Diva Aura, since it's not guaranteed that the one tank will pick everything up over there.
Most of the damage we take on undead is magical.
Oh, is it all magical?
Yeah, it's mostly
Well,
arcane
maybe-
explosions and shit like
Maybe
that.
paladins for stuns then. You get a Hodge at least from each.
So you need me to press 2 buttons?
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Not just one, but 2.
2 raid nights and this? I didn't sign up for this.
We do only have 4 priests tonight.
Max's
saw
dream
5.
dying already.
Which is part of the reason why we're doing 4 horsemen the way that I want to do 4 horsemen, since we're gonna have 8 healers and 4 tanks. It makes sense in my opinion. Nazgul is zoned in. I need a warlock online to help summon. Actually, you guys can all log on, please, and we'll just throw single buffs on them. Split the groups at that point.
Did you guys log in?
We did.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go ahead and log in, please. Lori, Frosty, Nadira.
So here's the thing. Don't die, because I don't want to buff you again. Cool.
Can Raspberry have the worms, please?
For the living side, you want Shadow Prot. For the dead side, you want Arcane Prot.
With the arcane protection potions, it like obviously pre-potting them helps, but it's actually most useful towards the end, because that's when you'll take the most magic damage.
Wait,
because the beginning it's slow.
Somebody said shadow. And you're saying arcane.
Yeah,
It's
arcane for
different
undead.
sides. Living side Shadow, dead side Arcane.
Damn
The
it.
room is split into 2 sides.
That would be good to know.
Okay, we're gonna have. Ian, what side did you heal last time?
I healed the living side.
Alright, which priest did I have on the other side previously? I'm curious. Alright, Max, you're gonna go back to undead side.
I'm going on the right side. Depends on where you want your hots.
Yeah, I want all the paladins on that side, because if they get meleeed, they're more likely to live, which is nice.
Do you guys want thorns?
Yeah, Raspberry does.
So switch DN and whatever paladin you have on this side. I want all paladins and max on the undead side.
You want the hunters on the undead side too?
Craft, do you want thorns?
Yeah.
I think I want the hunters on the living side. We had the hunters on living before, right? Oh, were they?
Don't
Just
have a lot
take
of
like a
casters.
few of
We're
the
gonna
melee
need
over there
more
with you.
DPS over here.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Rue, you're not even in a group that you're getting buffs from at the moment, so we'll have Rue over here for sure. And I don't know. I think that it should be fine. I think the DPS is okay.
So what side am I going on? Because I'm confused.
How many raiders do we have on the?
Do not
website?
continue. Turn back
What
while
side,
there's
Dan?
still time.
Just stand on your side, whatever side you're assigned to at the moment, so I can get a look at what the groups are like.
A quick reminder for all those using Seal the Dawn, you have to take it off from your buffs.
Cancel aura macros on your abilities usually. Or blacklist.
Yeah, I think this should be fine. Undead side should always be harder than the living side. So they should always have more DPS as a result. And don't split perfect 20-20. It should never be that way with this fight. It's always gonna look something more like 15-25 or 17-23.
The horses don't do much besides trample. You tend to keep them till last. The Death Knight and the other ones, they do a bunch of random ass shit. Yes, riders fuck.
Waiting on the ready check to come back and we'll get started here. On the living side, we're gonna position similar to previously. We're gonna try and get you guys on this. You don't have to stack yourselves right in the corner, but just stay on this side of the room.
Do I have a priority of mobs to tank or just gather as many as I can?
The big ones you 100% want to tank.
And face them away.
Nadir, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, I'm gonna pull this up then. Everybody marked as ready. Winter, you can shackle the far spawn again.
Sure.
In tanks, make sure you don't tank the Death Knight in the raid group because they'll whirlwind and they'll make everybody shadow vuln. You'll get a bunch of people killed when the raiders spawn.
Should I save the arcane pot towards the end, Lito?
A pre-potted one helps, but yeah, if you're gonna use only one, use it at the end because it doesn't really do much at the start because it's very slow.
It lasts an hour though if you have, so you can always pre-pot save another.
Is sorry, any of you at like buff capacity so I don't put rejuve on you?
My DMF already got pushed off.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You should not run the 3% spell crit, I think, Drib.
My click BCT should take it up. I don't know why it's not currently.
It's broken for me right now.
Alright, be ready for the shackle on the far one there. Shackle that far one if you can.
Is there? Is the debuff that the knights apply it's a spell? Or no?
Craft, if you can focus on picking up the middle one, and Dread, you can pick up the left one. I'll always try and pick up that far one. Get a shackle on this far one. Drag that out of the raid. Just taunt him out of the raid.
Yeah, I got it. So it's done.
If they get into the raid, you can always stun them as well. Let's get a shackle on this next one. There's a death knight up. Go ahead and shackle.
Dead side's doing pretty good. We're kind of killing on
This war gets
spawn.
hard.
We're gonna have a rider here soon. Rider first. Okay, let's finish this death knight up.
Dead side's still good.
Go ahead and shackle the new death
On
knight.
that side
prisoner. Shackle that new death knight here. Thank you. Let's stun this new death knight. Kill the death knight. And dodge my stun. We got a horse up. Kill the horse first. Go ahead and sheep any trainees you see spawn at this point. Just sheep them. How are you guys doing on undead?
Little bit overwhelmed, but they're dying
We're
nonetheless.
gonna try and slot a little. Kill this rider.
It's just a death knight trainee at the moment.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're clear. We're
Knight
clear.
in the raid.
Kill the rider, yep. And let's get this death knight in the raid. Keep that one shackled. Keep that one shackled. Kill the death knight in the
We're doing good undead. Keep coming.
We gotta mob some winner. We need an area top.
Yeah, it's perfectly clean over here. 40 seconds left until phase 2.
We got a rider, shackle the other ones. Sheep the other ones. Kill the trainees next. Keep the death knight shackled if you can, please. Keep the death knight
We're good
shackled
over
if you
here.
can. He's gonna die.
God, I don't know how to loop.
We got 10 more seconds of this. Just clean up anything that spawns. And, CC immediately if anything else pops out. It should just be undead that needs to clean up. Boss is gonna come down here.
Good work.
World buffs go burr.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
No,
it takes a
opens
second.
halfway.
He has to teleport to the other side.
He needs to get to 30% for it to open, I think.
What are pars?
I have some undead side. So it's probably gonna open up here, so be ready to everybody collapses here. Should open.
We're just gonna kill him.
That was my most
Holy
hated
shit,
boss I've
that
ever
was
done.
crazy.
He only has
So-
a cage.
When was that supposed to be difficult, Max?
To arms, ye
World buffs go burr.
We've got company. Invaders, cease this
Yeah.
foolish venture.
That fight is much
We're just
harder without world buffs.
This is the most boring fight I've ever done in a while.
That's boring fight.
Let's go back to
That
Frank
was
Chris.
AIDS.
It's okay. We're going to 4 horsemen. Then you'll see.
Hunter who lives for horsemen first wipe is the king. You can take my spot as
Who
off.
lives the longest?
And run away as fast as they can.
Well, I mean, the door is sealed. You're gonna be able to feign death next to it.
I heard about enough of your sniveling. Shut
Okay,
your
I'm gonna be
mouth,
picking up.
Reffy,
I'm
or
gonna be
shut
picking
it
up
for you.
Skull. Craft is gonna be doing X on these mobs. Actually, sorry. Phenom's gonna be doing X. Craft, you're gonna do circle, and Dead's gonna do triangle. We're gonna pull this
Do
spirit.
we need to reset groups up for tanks and stuff?
The Max, can you readjust
Oh,
groups?
yeah, I'll do that.
Or Kyra, thank you.
Anyone else who does not want reju, so I don't push up your buffs?
Nidira doesn't, but I have it on BCT, so it's not a big deal.
Careful how much you move up with the pack on the right there. Tanks pick these up.
Any of the rogues afraid of my reju?
Nope, you can give it to me.
They want
Anyone
your
guys
Embrace
want
the hot.
energy?
Right, I forgot you had 2 Ps.
We're gonna kill those ghouls back there just to be extra safe as well.
Careful of going too far right.
We kind of need trash drops anyways, to be honest.
Kyra, exec, how are your backspaces?
You can send me anything, it's fine. I got space.
I have 2 slots.
Careful of the path there. We're gonna do skull first, so everybody, I'm gonna DBM Pull Timer. We're gonna precast skull. I'll pick up the Vindicator if somebody can pick up skull and X, please.
I'll get X.
Oh, that's some content.
They just melted.
Damn it, that Agony's eating my shadow prot that was left over.
Skull first here. So the gargoyles, they do AoE poison volley. So also you need to focus fire them because they stone skin otherwise.
Try to fight them at the top of the stairs so we don't get.
Yeah, we're gonna pull them up.
There's a frozen rune over here on the left, by the way.
I looted it just now.
Yeah, Dre did.
Ninja.
Yeah, I had a thigh on it.
I'm shocked there are any left.
Can warriors get kings, please?
Yeah, after we kicked Demir and Jelena, Demir came in and looted all the frozen runes that remained in our lockout, so nice guy.
Thank you.
Let's go first, guys. We got a path coming this direction. Please be careful. I don't know if it's going to turn around or not. Just be aware of it. Should we just back off the raid up before we pull? Yes, we would like to back up. If we can get a rogue to distract it even, that would be perfectly fine.
We got debuffs on.
Yeah, just make sure that you don't face pull with the debuff knocking your stuff out. Careful.
I get one of those mages
They
in my
pulled
group.
anyway.
Never mind. Let's go first.
I got it.
I am.
Oh my god. Awful.
I literally had a feeling this was gonna happen and turned it on before the raid. Can I get a mage in my group since
She knew you were bad.
I also have them.
since Serenity's offline?
What happened to this man?
Let's go first here. He's resetting his router.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
He's got the bad internet.
Doesn't he play on fucking Wi-Fi?
Yes, he does. I will say that since
Yeah.
I switched to the Google Wi-Fi mesh now, it's been pretty good.
Sorry, I had to restart my route, guys.
How dare you?
haven't restarted.
You're
the
ruining my
router.
healing Tarsus.
I'll make sure my pet stays away this entire run now.
Fucking hell.
As a true hunter, I approve.
Supposed to pad.
Gonna pull this one back to us.
Android, getting a lot of word of thongs there.
Yeah, who's this guy who keeps spamming me?
Someone with a weak aura that just whispers you when you loot one.
Garbage.
Shh, Daddy's got you.
Oh my god, the whispering made it so much worse.
Much better.
Uncomfortable.
What do you mean worse?
Way better.
Ma'am, would you like to report a crime?
I got candy puppies and kittens in my van.
You said kittens?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that's how you kidnap Deanne. You just tell her I got a van of kittens.
Oh, I'll get in that willingly. Just give me cats.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can you make sure you're dropping a ditch? Leave me there.
So that's one way to do it.
Oh, I can't wait to see this fight. I'm very curious how this one will go.
Got to find out.
This is known as... Well, this boss is probably harder than Kel'Thuzad, honestly.
You guys
Let's see who assholes it.
so far?
It's been fun.
We are going to try the Zerg strategy, especially while we have our world buffs. I'll set up some assignments here. So, Craft, you'll be doing circle, Dread, you'll be doing triangle, same marks for the same tanks here. Basically, what's going to happen is Skull's going to get pulled to the left corner over here. Morgraine, who has X, is going to get pulled to the right corner over here. Circle is going to get pulled to the back right corner, and Triangle is going to get pulled to the back left corner. Basically, every single square in this room, so you can picture this room as 4 squares. It's one big square with 4 little squares inside of it. Each square has an aura, and the aura does damage as you're in it once every, I think it's like 20 seconds, the interval. So every 20 seconds, it puts a stacking debuff on you, which is basically does a massive chunk of damage. And the chunk of damage gets worse the more stacks you have. So ideally, we try to not go above 3 stacks. Once you get 3 stacks, you ideally want to be relieved, or you want to get out of that horseman's square of the room, if that makes sense. DPS, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys autopilot pretty much. You guys can figure this fight out. The only rule is that whatever target you're DPSing, basically don't go above 3 stacks. And if you're DPSing Sir Zeliek, which is circle, he does like a chain lightning sort of effect if too many people are in his square. So generally for circle, you don't want more than like 4 to 5 people in his area, and you want them to be relatively spread out, whoever's DPSing him. The rest of them, they don't really matter too much. All these guys have mechanics. Morgraine or Mograine, he hits the tank harder than these other guys. Korthaz or Thane Korthaz Skull has a Meteor, which is why we're all going to Zerg him down, because we'll all be stacked for the Meteor. So his mechanic will be really easy. Hopefully he'll just die really fast. And then what's going to happen is tanks and healers, we are going to kind of have a rotate order. We're going to try and keep Discord really clear for this fight. It's probably the most communication for this fight, any fight in Classic. But what's going to happen is if we can knock one of these horsemen out quick, we have 8 healers, we have 4 tanks. So if one of these horsemen die fast, and you say you have 2 healers for each square, well, that means that 2 healers and 1 tank don't have anything to do for the entire fight. So what's going to happen is those 2 healers and that tank are they're gonna rotate around the room, and they're gonna relieve people essentially. So
question: do we have a talker for DPS to run around?
DPS wants to just DPS just wants to spread it. Like you can spread your damage out on things. Again, it just ideally you'd prefer to kill one before the other. So it would be great if we can kill Mograine before, but yeah, sometimes there's going to be points in this fight where you can't DPS anything, so you just have to accept your parse is going to be shit. and you're literally just gonna have to stand there AFK waiting for your debuffs to fall off. So 3 ideally is the most amount of stacks that you want to take. You prefer to not take a 4th stack. I don't know if you're gonna live through a 4th stack, so yeah, get away from whatever mark you're on once you're at 3 stacks.
Are there any pods that help here?
There are pods that help here. So Blamau does shadow damage, and Thane does fire damage through the Meteor. Blamau has a void zone effect, so it's like a circle of black on the floor. You just don't stand on it. That's pretty much the only mechanic for her. So whatever tanks on her, obviously, just don't stand on the void zone. I think it's shadow damage, so if you have a shadow protection, also will absorb that if you get clipped by it a little bit. The tank that's tanking Mograine is going to take the most damage from what I remember. Mograine hits pretty hard from what I know. Thane is supposed to hit hard if you have less people there because of the Meteor, but X is probably going to be the hardest hitting. So Phenom, you're going to have the hardest hitting target. Hopefully we just zerg down Skull so we can come relieve you of that. And then what's going to happen is Phenom and the healers that are assigned over on X are going to rotate over to Circle. Once Circle is relieved, the healers that are on Circle and the tank on Circle, which will be Craft, is going to rotate over to Dread. And then the healers that are over tanking Dread's target and healing Dread's target are going to rotate over to my target, which will be X again at that point.
Is that a clockwise or counterclockwise?
It would be, looking, since this is in south position, it would be, looks like it would be counterclockwise around the room.
Okay.
So we're all starting on Skull and just trying to zerg it down, right?
We're just going to try to zerg it down, yep. It's going to
burn everything,
horseman,
right?
Every horseman uses a shield wall at 50% and 25%, I believe. But we're just going to DPS through the shield wall. We're just going to zerg the fuck out of it.
Burn everything, right?
Yeah, just burn everything. We're going to try and sit on Skull until Skull dies, and however many stacks we take, we're just going to take it as a team, and hopefully we can get through that. So the nice thing is, for Thane, we're going to be able to have, I believe we're going to be able to have, well, we have 10, do we have 10 healers? We have 10 healers tonight, right? Or is it 8 healers? Yeah, so we're going to have 2 healers on the first one.
I'm here, Dad.
Hello, Ricky.
Please.
Motherfucker.
That sounded fucking maniacal. I liked it.
I turned him down another 20%. No big deal.
You guys are
Nice.
Max, I don't know if you want to set up healing assignments for the rotation for this group, but yeah, I don't know if we want to do it. Well, because what I'm thinking is for my target, we should have priests there specifically because Thane is going to be more AoE damage. So is I think Mograine is a bit more AoE damage than the other ones, so it makes more sense to have the priest at least start there initially. We have more heals, I feel like. Alright, well, I sure it'll be fine regardless of whichever regulars are on which. I think it's just gonna come down to tanks and heals coordinating. Yeah, again, I want all DPS on Skull in the start, so nobody's gonna split off and deal with X. I just want all DPS on Skull in the start. I don't care how slow the fight becomes once Skull dies, as long as we can kill the fight, because we have an amount of healers that you don't generally kill this fight with, and we also have an amount of tanks, since I'm not forcing anybody to go tank here yet, that you don't generally kill this fight with, so.
Are you forcing the range to group on the melee for Thane, or can we make a group?
No, range can make their own group for that. That's fine. So tanks are gonna swap. I'm thinking around 2 marks is when we want to be trying to swap, but really all the tanks are just gonna have to hold their marks in the start, and the healers until the other tank and the other heal group relieves them. So in the start, you might even get up to like I don't know. You might even get up to 3 or 4 marks until somebody can relieve. We need to just Zerg Skull really quickly, that way Phenom can go relieve Craft, and Craft can relieve Dread, and the healers that are with each tank can follow. That's the plan here. Ultimately, a lot of people...
The first kill goes to me. Anyone care to wager?
Right, I understand that. You're probably even gonna be able to live up to 4 stacks. Just we 100% need to be rotated at that point. It's you're probably gonna die.
Healers can use a greater shadow if they need to take an extra stack. It will eat the big one if you pop it.
Parker, are you ready? Offline here. We're gonna
Yeah.
pull this up here soon.
You're taking a while.
Are we sappering on Pulsar?
I wouldn't sapper on pull just for the fact that I don't know what it's gonna do to threat. I'd rather just be clean. Okay, so again, just a reminder, what's gonna happen is we're basically all gonna run to the center of the room. All the mobs are gonna pull into us. Again, Craft is gonna take circle to the back right of the room. Dread's gonna take triangle to the back left of the room. And Phenom's gonna take X to the right of the room over here. Skull's gonna go to the left. We're gonna kill Skull first. Watch your aggro on it, obviously. And we'll go from there. Basically, when the first target goes down, that's when the tanks and the healers are going to start rotating. So Phenom, you won't rotate over to Craft until after I've taunted it off you, and your healers will follow you over to that target. Once Phenom gets over to relieve you, Craft, you're going to rotate over to Dread once again. Your healers are going to follow you, and Dread, you're going to rotate over to me, and your healers are going to follow you, and it's just going to be rinse and repeat. And DPS, once you guys hit 3 stacks, just get out of that mark, get out of that target, and just find another target to do damage to. Just make sure that whatever target you're DPSing, if it's Zeliek, you don't have more than 5 targets there, and that they're fairly spread out. And again, you don't let your stacks go above 3. Wait for your stacks to drop off before you go back on. It's not a DPS race; it's just it's mechanic. That's all.
Do you have to let your marks drop? Like, for example, if you're going from skull to, let's say, triangle, do you have to wait for your skull marks to fall before you go to triangle?
You don't. As long as you're, because the mark only does damage when another mark adds on to that same mark. So
if you're in like the radius.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so, So if I have 3 marks from Thane and I go to circle and I start getting marks from circle, the marks that I have from Thane don't add any damage to that. Basically, if I was to take another mark from Thane, I would take a shitload of damage to that.
Okay.
Dre, I want to make sure that we're all clear of something. You said Zeliek, you can only have 5 people close.
Zeliek, the circle, he has a chain lightning effect. I think it's 10 or 15 yards that you need to be spread from each other.
It's 5.
You choose, is it 5 yards? If you choose to DPS on that guy, if 3 or 4 people chain, they'll all get 1 shot. So basically, just be really spread out when you choose to DPS that target or heal that target. You need to be aware of your position as a healer as well.
And like Cthulhu I-beam.
We ready?
It will murder.
What command do you type to like get like 5 yards?
So
like a little 5-yard window.
People are losing their buffs.
Yeah, I understand that. That's fine. People need to know what goes on in the fight. So again, healers, whatever tank you're assigned to, just follow that tank for the entire fight. And obviously heal anybody within your range because you're gonna have DPS shifting in and out. So any downtime that you have in the tank, just toss heals at people. It's a long fight, so if you're ready to use mana potions, I'll do one more ready check here and we're gonna go. Yeah, you guys are. I mean, there's a very high chance that we wipe here anyway, so everybody's concerned about that. So,
I have faith.
Experience with Horseman. All right, so I'm gonna do a Dbm Pull Timer here, tanks. You guys are gonna run in together with me. The rate's gonna follow. Healers are immediately gonna separate off to your locations with your tanks. You're again just gonna kind of buy time until the rate can come relieve you. All right, hopefully everybody's ready. If you guys need to pre-pot, I'm gonna set the pull timer up now. Tanks, you guys can move up. Have your marks. Here we go. Watch your threat on skull.
Stack for this. Ranged. We need to be in a stack.
We're at 1 mark. Yeah, we'll kill it, but yeah, we should be fine. Hopefully, Warriors rag Diamond Flask, Death Wish already.
Warriors, if you guys have a wreck at this point, we can wreck. If you haven't already.
We're at Mark 2.
He will still cast marks.
We are gonna rotate to Morgraine at this point. You need to not be in that box because he will keep casting marks. I forgot to explain that. All right, Phenom, you're gonna go relieve Craft right now.
That's still recharging. I can't cast.
Half our raid stood in this person's mark.
Raspberry.
He's running back to
I
Raz.
don't know why it's gone if you know.
Didn't taunt away, I think.
I did taunt it. It was on me, and that's why it chased him all the way across the room. So something that I did notice. Yeah, we're gonna need healers to rotate on that backside.
Close enough to the boss.
Just wipe it down at this point, guys. So something I noticed here is that a lot of the ranged DPS were actually standing close enough to High Lord Mograine where they were getting hit by that mark and Thane's mark. So basically, you guys would have had to have rotated to the back immediately because you weren't standing close enough in. So if you're a ranged DPS, you have to make sure that you're within that horse's, only that horse's debuff, rather than two at the same time, because they do overlap in the middle.
Yeah, X's could have been further in the corner. Just one node.
Yeah, tanks, you want to pull your targets as close to the wall as you can because that gives people the most space to work with in the room. Either way, Thane got really destroyed there, and I think it's pretty doable. I think that we may have to, especially at this point, have tanks and healers in the back of the room swap. We might even have to have people swap in the front of the room now that we've blown all our cooldowns too. We are gonna go to X second, yes.
That's if we can still kill call. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill it with not having cooldowns or buffs.
We probably won't be able to kill it again without having more buffs and wreck. Not like that. That's a one-time cheese if you have world buffs, essentially. So you need to play the actual strategy now.
Yes.
He did die before third mark, yeah. I mean, recklessness is also big. I mean, understand that recklessness is every single one of your attacks is a crit, so. And that's like 7 warriors with world buffs, and every single attack is a crit. And most people on the raid have a 25% damage increase from the evasion, or from the invasion and the TMF, well, 20%. It's pretty big.
No, we didn't have invasion for that. But...
Yeah, invasion was run out.
I mean, we can try it again. I wouldn't be against trying it again. We're gonna have to put work in on full horse anyways.
That's smart. Counterclockwise.
Visit the other 3 before you can go back to where you started.
You could even stagger the healers, like one healer could move at 2 stacks and the other healer could move at 3 stacks. That's a way that you want to go with it.
You can't leave them there by themselves, I think is Trade's point. Like, both healers are moving, and there's a period when there's no healer.
Yeah, there is no healers on a tank for like 20 seconds if you do that, and they'll die. You'd be surprised how long it takes. I mean, just look at how much distance you run right now and time it.
I've watched tanks die to that before.
Okay, so
Yeah, the correct way is to run 12 healers, Kane, and have three.
The first
three
kill
healers in
goes to
each,
me.
and also run
Anyone
8
care to
tanks.
wager?
Which I mean, we can always have DPS throw a shield on worst case scenario, but I'm sure you guys feel comfortable to a degree with tanking. Also, there's a leather scrap back here, so Dian, you can come loot it. Dian,
Back where?
back here, behind where you
Back
just came
here. We're in naxx. Back here.
yes.
I'm also not 100% sure what happened with the taunt on the X either, but hopefully that doesn't happen again.
Did it not put you at like top threat when you taunted, or did you mocking blow?
I definitely didn't mocking blow from what I know. I'm pretty sure I pulled aggro with the challenging shot.
Something that is important to do is when
temporary threat.
when you switch with that tank needs to not hit the boss, because if you get like, you could get bad RNG and it's gonna stay on them if they get like an auto off again, and they'll be higher.
You want them to move every 3 stacks max?
So let me talk this back to you, Max, so I can make it like make sense in my head. First stack, I move. Then I move every 3 stacks. I stand.
Do you want to type out
Yeah,
the
I'm
assignment?
just saying, like, just make, not for me in particular, but just to try and make it make sense for everyone.
I don't not know what
The
the,
whole
fuck is
time.
going on.
I understand it,
I understand that.
but it's gonna take some.
So
pulls
again,
to
the
get
only
used
time
to.
it's weird is on the first one. After that, it's 3 no matter what.
Right.
I'm confused. I just want to ask something. So the whole point of moving on the first stack with one healer, so we don't leave the tank solo, but on the third stack, it's okay to do it.
I think that you shouldn't do it on the first stack, and instead you should do it on the second. And the reason I think that is because you're basically going to get the first stack the second the boss pulls. So it's like it's not.
It
gonna
takes
be the same
20
thing,
seconds for the first mark to go out.
Does it take 20 seconds?
Yes, it takes 20 seconds
Oh, okay,
because
it should be fine
they
then.
can't do it instantly. Otherwise, everybody would just get a mark, right? It doesn't make sense.
I mean, this is only gonna matter if we can kill Skull in like a reasonable time, anyways. You know, otherwise it could very well just be a wipe right off the bat. So we'll have to just wait and see. Ricky is not ready.
No, it's completely pointless. Ignore it.
Oh, I got mine installed now.
I was
Better
just
be
seeing like
useful.
how you can fuck with it, but I guess I can't turn it off, so all you kept whispering me.
Could have always just waited until the next pull to turn it on.
Yeah, we can always have people swap to their healers, but I just want to see if we can do it without having to go to that extent. I mean, I'm sure that people on their mains would like to be able to kill bosses on their mains, you know.
This is doable with 10.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more ready check and we're gonna pull us up. Be very careful with your threat initially on Skull, please. Alright, everybody's ready. Hopefully everybody's in the room. Hopefully everybody's ready to go to their mark. Hopefully people don't stand in a position that overlaps them on the marks and they get 2 marks. We're gonna pull timer and move up together, tanks. I'm gonna start moving forward at 5 here. Here we go.
5.
Watch your aggro.
Careful of that void zone, healers.
We need to decide on a spot for ranged.
That spell isn't ready yet.
You got 2 marks. Could we? Do you want us to save
We're just
3?
gonna man up on Thane. We're gonna man up.
Okay.
We shoot.
We should have it in time.
I'm out of range.
1 dead.
Phenom, I'll let you know. Oh, keep Phenom up, please. Tank's alive. Tanks might even need to swap. Run, Phenom. I'm dead. Kane's got aggro. Actually, this is working pretty good. I think we can kill Axe.
Still recharging.
The tank's in the back. We need to figure out that issue.
Excellent die.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
can, I think we can do it this way. I think we can do it this way. Just wipe it down, guys. Just run to the middle. No, Thane went down with nobody having cooldown, so it was actually pretty okay. I'm sorry, Max, for talking over you as well. How are the tanks in the back, by the way? Were you guys able to relieve everybody? Like, Dread, did you have anybody relieve you at any point during that fight? Were you able to get
Only
out
just at
without
the
dying?
end.
Just at the end. But you
I
managed
was
to live through those stacks at least?
Yeah, I think I had
How was that?
7 or 8.
So you were able to live up to 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think whether it's worth it or not to have like Kane and Adam throw a shield on and run back there and relieve you guys early or not. That's what I'm considering at the moment. But
Normally, you have DPS warriors go in and taunt just to relieve tanks. From like what a lot of
Right.
videos are saying,
yeah,
they
yeah.
have like
I mean, I'm
4
I'm
DPS
aware
to do
that
it.
you have to have 4 DPS swap shields on for this fight. But well, that's if you're trying to not cheese it, which we're being a little cheesy at the moment. I mean, I think we can do it regardless. I think we'll give it one more shot, and if we can't get it, if the tank's in the back become an issue, then I think we'll assign some warriors to relieve them, just to make it a little bit smoother.
One thing I noticed on Morgraine, I think something went wrong on the healer rotation. Drade, you died basically without a healer there.
Yeah, I somehow lived without getting any heals for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, all the healers somehow rotated out.
Yeah. Went to X, yeah.
I saw Toxin come in.
I was there.
But I don't know.
I was
if you were...
I was healing since I was coming in. I was healing Raspberry as he was going out because he had very low health running to the other boss.
Yeah, I did the
Yeah, I
same.
took like I think I had 5 stacks.
Yeah, it's just Morgraine hits really fucking hard.
Morgraine has a like tank smashing effect. It's like an unbalanced.
It's Rag's dot.
Maybe it's worth you running a greater fire protection potion or something. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same dot. It's the same dot that Rag does.
What it might be worth doing is maybe waiting for yourself to get topped up as well before you run off away from the healers to go relieve.
How hard does... Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna ask a question.
Oh, you can ask your question. It's fine.
How hard does the meteor hit? If we killed Morgraine first, would it be easier?
It is your tank is able to live through it if it hits just the tank. It does like 10k damage or something. So if your tank's buffed, your tank will just like barely live through it, from what I understand. So you only need like a couple people to stack.
Because I was wondering.
Yeah, I'll throw a his fire buff tickets for like 500, but I mean I could throw him a fire pot on.
I mean, you'd be able to run like 3 people, so the 2 healers in the tank, or the 3 healers in the tank, and the tank would be able to eat meteors without an issue. So would the healers, but I mean, if we just kill Thane, if we just get rid of him, then don't even have to consider that or worry about it. And it looks like we can do that because again, none of our warriors had recklessness for that pull, and he still died before we really got to critical amount of marks.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but he seemed to only shield wall once there.
No,
Like
he did it twice.
He did
I told
twice,
you that
okay.
I said there's a range in which they shield wall. It's not a hard 50 or a hard 20 or anything. It's a window. And he basically went back-to-back shield wall.
Okay.
He shield wall and then shield walled again at like 35%. By the way, casters, I don't know what you want to do, but I've been stacking it with the melee because I think it's just easier. That way I know I'm not in range of the other buff.
I saw Ungodly and one Warlock got hit like half health by a meteor.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, hunters
that
are
was
gonna be
me.
like out of range. They kind of have to be
That was
almost.
me too.
Yeah, but if like Mew stacked on them, then they would all just take last turn.
Can we decide on a spot for the range to all stack?
Can we
Because we're all
please
deciding on different spots and then
stack
collapse.
closer? Because last time I stacked with you guys, we all got hit with the marks. I want to be nice and cozy.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, stack up closer to the melee because I need a melee wave anyways. So I'm not gonna be near you guys if you're at max range.
So that we just don't get 2 sets of marks.
We give Lakoth raid assist so we can stack on him.
I can just simply mark Lakoth if you guys would like to stack on Lakoth.
That sounds awesome.
Ideally, what horse dies last? The one that does the chain Holy Wrath bullshit.
Yeah, the two in the back are going to be the last ones to die. They don't have a particular order, although Zelik is most likely going to be the last one to die because he has a limiting mechanic where Blamau doesn't really have that mechanic.
It chained out to like the range because that's how me and someone else died. It chained out to us. We know we were super far away. So that range is deceptive on circle at least.
The bosses have big hitboxes, so I don't know if that does any difference, but I'm pretty sure it's longer than a 5-yard range on the chain.
I hit it like a good 10 to 15 yards away.
I mean, if it was only 5 yards, the DPS would easily be able to fit like 10, 15, 20 DPS over there without having to
I
be
don't know.
worried, and that's not what they do.
I've heard it's 5, and on the PTR it didn't chain to my healer, and they were pretty close.
I mean, I just remember watching the world firsts, and they never had more than like 5 people on that boss, and they were scared shitless of sending any more than that to that boss.
Ideally, we kill Skull within the first 3 marks like we did just now. We rotate over to X, we get X fairly low, and then DPS switches over to triangle and then the circle.
DPS can, well, obviously, you can have a few DPS on circle as long as they're relatively spread out, but not everybody is going to be able to get damage on circle, so you're most likely going to be in triangle, and if there are enough DPS or enough people on the circle's box, then you're just going to be sitting out, basically waiting for your stacks to drop off.
Do people know where to go?
For
So
the stacks to drop? You'll go to the middle of the room, kind of like at the front of the steps that we're looking at, to get your stacks to drop off if the tanks pull all these to the corner.
So with the way we pulled on the last one, I actually tested it before we wiped. The dead zone was about on the 3rd step in the dead center in front of us. So if we get
Which is
we gotta
about
get-
where it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need kings as well. Bleezy and Frosty, you guys here?
Cool that we can kind of zug Skull down. Kind of trivializes it a little bit.
Alright, one more ready check here and then we'll get this pulling.
Yep. So we're just going to do a minor change. Lori's going to be going counterclockwise on 3 now. And Dean's going to be in the group of going at 1 initially.
Dread, you ready to go?
Yeah, I was just trying to double check which pot I was missing.
Okay, tank spirit here. We're gonna get this going. Pull timer, I'm gonna go in at 5 again.
So remember, everybody besides Lori's going clockwise when it's their turn to move.
5.
There we go.
Just look for hots when you need to move.
What's the start more time? Alright, so Dean, Nazgul, Aldine, Hatrix. You guys are moving to the next boss.
Your life is mine.
Second mark in a couple seconds. 2 mark.
Oh, back-to-back shield wall.
That was the last shield wall.
Okay, so
3rd mark.
Ricky, Toxin, Winterchild, and me are moving to the next tank.
Korthos might be too close for that safe zone to be the same.
Might be alright.
Because he just moved.
I'm trying to just canceling all my hots so I can't use shit.
Yeah, it's my DC too. It's like.
Oh, you're good. I have 4 stacks, so I'm moving.
Alright, that first group should be moving.
Mark in a couple seconds.
Ricky's down.
3rd mark.
You guys need to get out of X. You need to get your stacks to drop somewhere. Dread, you relieved yet?
No, I am.
Dead zone is still working.
Well, I just got one shot from the mark.
Can we get somebody to battle res him?
Nadira, can you battle res
I'm
DN?
gonna die on. I'm dead on this mark. I don't have a healer here. There's no healer at this mark.
All right, I'm just gonna drag it away.
Where is Dean?
I think it might. I think it's not worth it.
Waste that right
It's
now.
okay.
Yeah.
You guys can wipe it down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dead zone was still good.
if you're in the center, you're gonna get marks from everybody. It's like a ridiculously long range.
Yeah, it was the third step again. So as long as they're in the corners, you have a dead zone right where that skeleton's left if you're near the center on the stairs.
Yeah, there is a zone in the middle of the room on the altar they stand on the stairs. If you're standing on the stairs that are closest to the doorway where we enter the room, then from in that position you should be able to drop stacks if you need to drop stacks.
Yeah, the tank also needs to keep the boss where it's at until the mob actually dies.
Well, even with the boss moving out a little bit, it still was okay. But yeah, ideally no, it wouldn't move.
I'm curious if we save recklessness on all our warriors for the second target. Do you think we can push that before? It might even be worth just having people invest for the fourth mark and see if we can just kill it.
I left a 4 from my spot.
We probably could kill X after Skull with all warriors wrecking. But we also don't have that many warriors anymore.
That's also true. And it's also true that we haven't seen their shield wall yet either, so I don't know how that's gonna impact things. It'll probably be pretty bad. I don't think we'll do that. I think we just have to heal through Mograine and deal with that.
Military quarters, southwest.
Yeah, what? Where are you guys going, Kyra?
I'm responding to whispers. I'm just on autopilot. I'm literally not paying attention.
And all the hunters just ride your dick, I guess.
The fucking cat just dazed me. What the fuck?
You killed the cat?
I kill it every week.
Dude.
Yeah, the thing about Blamau is that you can live through 7 or 8 stacks of Blamau. You cannot live through 4 stacks of Mograine or Thane, so you need to relieve those 2 targets first, always. They're also the hardest hitting targets. So.
The tank. So if we do the rotation right, Raz relieves top right, tank after from top right relieves top left. Top left goes to the dead zone on the stairs until their debuffs drop, and then relieves Dread once they drop if it's still alive.
It's a lot of healing on Mograine for the tank. Did we lose some healers before tank started going down last attempt? I think we did, right? Some healers died.
Yeah, I think we lost two healers, 2 or 3 healers.
Were you guys just taking too many marks, or what happened that killed you?
There was a nasty chain lightning from Zelik.
Yeah, that's what killed me.
I see.
And
Yeah,
Naxx, I think.
that chain lightning is stupidly deceptive, isn't it? Like, that thing reaches.
I tried to stay as far back as I could, to be honest.
It's probably because someone ran a little bit closer and it chained to you. Like, you were probably fine, but someone was probably running over from X to help you on circle, and then that person probably just chained it to y'all. Because
the GPS go from X to the not the circle after that.
I think when you're swapping targets, you want to make sure that you are not running through another mark as well while you're swapping targets. Like, for example, when the horsemen die, they leave a ghost in that corner where they were, and that ghost continues to put marks in that corner of the room. So, for example, if we just came from Thane and we swapped to Mograine, and now you guys are DPSing Mograine, but now you want to swap off of Mograine, you can't run through Thane's you can't clip his corner and get marked again, if you understand what I'm saying, or else you'll die because you'll get a 4th or a 5th mark or whatever. So you have to be also very conscious of where you're actually running as well. It's okay to eat a mark from Zeliek or a mark from Blamau if you're running, but if you're eating a mark from Thane while you already have Thane's mark, or you're eating an extra Mograine mark, it's not good.
Well, if you also have no marks from one of the horsemen, like if you don't have any marks from Korthaz, you can pass by it accidentally and take one mark. It's fine. It won't damage you on the first one.
Yeah, so if your Thane debuff is removed, you can walk past Thane and not even care and take a mark or two. That's fine. Because it'll come at the cost otherwise of you taking a mark of something that you want to rotate into. But you just have to make sure that you don't have that Thane mark anymore before you decide to do that. So it's not really a boss where you can take the most efficient direct path to any boss at DPS. You just have to be very conscious of what your health pool is, how many marks you're at, and what mark you cannot get at that point in time. Because there really is no other source of damage for DPS in this fight. Like, DPS almost can't die on this fight unless they get killed by the mark tick. So it's basically your decision as a DPS whether you're going to live or die. So you just have to be aware and you have to preemptively move. It's all tank damage this fight almost. It has a little bit of area healing from the marks that stack on people, but the reason we have you guys rotate out at 3 is because
how to
it makes
make it
it
show.
so that we don't have to deal with area healing or anything.
Hatrix, I think I'm looking over the log, and I think you might have been too close to X still. I think that's why you died.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say, should we go to the right side of our tanked area each time? Because I think I was on the left over there when I got the toxin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever was tanking circle was like losing health real quick, and I was just like, oh my god, I gotta get over there as quick as possible, and then I took another tick.
Yeah, so when you position yourself, I don't know how to explain where the border is, but you want to make sure you're going far enough that you aren't taking damage from the previous horse or the forward horse.
That's what I'm saying. So like, should we always run to the far side of that tank, if that makes sense? Like if you're coming from the top left and you're going to the top right, like go to the far side, like closer to the bottom right.
If you
just don't get in front of the boss.
Yeah.
So warriors, we're gonna wreck for this fight because it will speed up the rate at which we can relieve dread ultimately, since the tanks will be able to rotate a little bit faster. So you guys should all have wreck up for this fight, correct?
Yeah.
Also, I'd recommend running Diamond Flask if you aren't already.
You like Diamond Flask over Earth Strike?
You're gonna get more than one use out of Earth Strike on this fight.
Yeah, but you're gonna get a lot of use out of just killing Thane very quickly as well. And the fight's not a DPS race, so again, it goes back to me saying that your parts doesn't shit on this fight.
I mean, you get... Okay.
Would you have the Diamond Flask up for potentially burning 2 or only one of them?
You might have it up for 2 even. And you'll 100% have it up for wreck.
One of them.
I need kings.
I mean, if we're trying to burn down 2 of them before the marks go out.
We're gonna wreck on Thane again. Yeah, Skull. We wanna get Skull down as fast as we can relieve Phenom earlier. Phenom can relieve Craft earlier, and Craft can relieve Dread earlier, because Dread's getting a lot of stacks in his attempts. Alright, one more ready check there. Something else we could adjust if we don't like this is we could always add in a 5th tank, just somebody specifically to relieve Dread, just 1 DPS.
I think we need that because I think he doesn't have cooldowns and he needs someone to really.
I think we
I'm
will
a
do
bear.
one.
Cooldowns don't
We'll do one
exist.
more attempt. We'll do one more attempt, and if it's still an issue, then we'll have a DPS rotate and we'll have Adam step in or something. All right, so we're gonna pull timer this tank. So please be ready. I'm gonna pull at 5. There we go.
5.
All right, that's first mark.
Moving.
So Dian, Nazgul, Aladdin, and Hatrix go to the next.
So we try to get Skull like all the way in the corner for when he dies.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Second mark in 5.
Cast that yet.
Shield wall off on Thane.
If you have 3 marks, you're moving.
That's still recharging.
I don't know if we'll get a 4th mark there. Hopefully not. That might kill some people if we do.
Moving.
I got low green.
You need to move him back in the corner more.
If you're on Zealot, don't chain. Be careful.
Third mark coming out.
I'm coming, Dread.
Can we get someone to battle res winner? If someone's in range.
If you're going to Zealot, be careful. Don't clump up.
Please do not chain me.
Make sure you guys rotate before you get too many marks.
I'm moving. Fuck.
Are you good, Dread? Do you need me in?
You can taunt it, yeah. Come taunt, please.
Come on.
You're too close to your old mark, Dian.
How low was X?
I fucking trinketed too. What the hell?
I'm waiting.
Challenging.
I might die here. Alright. Dread's got the mark, so please heal Dread. Please heal Dread. Please heal Dread. Please heal Dread. There's only one healer here, so it's hard when there's only one healer at the hardest hitting target. I think instead of you guys having
How about when I move from circle, another healer comes with me and we move 2 there?
I think that you should, instead of having Ricky heal immediately, you should just set Ricky out to heal, like, to fill when there's, when you see there's nobody at a...
Winter died. That's why you went down to 1 healer, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's probably true as well. So what killed you there, Winter?
A consumption void thinger. Void zone hit me for 4.3k.
Was it visible or invisible?
I think I just moved too slow, but it was 1 tick.
I would like whatever Warlock is running Recklessness on low green, by the way. When you leave that mark, put weakness on it, please.
We have weakness up
whatever
there too.
takes Recklessness off it.
Okay.
I know we had... Okay, just whatever it takes to remove Recklessness, if that's possible.
Probably do that.
Yeah, I think that instead of running weakness, just run Recklessness on 1 Warlock, and then when that Warlock leaves,
I mean, I'm just putting weakness on all of them, so... Like, at the start, I put weakness on all 4 targets.
Yeah, I
And the
understand that,
recklessness
but
is
what I'm
only
saying is that
applied when we're
I-
actually killing it, but yes. We'll be sure that when there's no melee there...
damage, right?
Yeah. We'll be sure that when recklessness is applied, will be applied only when there's a lot of melee there.
I have another repair bot, so you guys don't have to worry. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, because Recklessness, it's like an extra 10-15% boss damage, and if we only have 1 healer there sometimes, then that's definitely going to help us out for just not running that when there's no DPS there. We get kind of unlucky with the taunts over there as well.
Somebody pull aggro on X because it kept turning around and we couldn't backstep.
I
mean,
was
Kane.
Oh yeah, Kane got aggro on Skull.
Okay.
Yeah, Kane getting aggro and then dying made it die a little slower. That's why we almost got the 4th mark.
Do you want some of the DPS cut? What was X at when you died, Dread?
Percentage wise, I honestly can't remember.
Because I know we got like maybe 2 fists by the time the DPS left after the 3rd mark.
I left on X when he first shield walled on his first wall.
Yeah, we were gonna have to burn through 1 more shield wall on that.
No, I figured that, but because then we have to switch over to another mark for 3, or another one of the mobs for 3 marks. But after those 3 marks, theoretically our 3 from the last one should be off, and we can just go back and kill it, right?
No, Morgraine won't be off. Only the very first horseman will be off.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to visit.
So I figured like the
other two
faster
to-
we kill X,
You
the
have
faster
to
you can
visit
free up more healers.
the other two at least 3 times for that without being in range of that mark for it to fall off. To go back to that. Because it's 75 seconds.
It's like 70. Yeah, it's 75 seconds. You got to be out of range of that corner of the room before you can return to it, essentially. Which is why it's really just a long fight of the tanks and the healers rotating and just keeping people up. That's all.
I mean, it's really good progress. Just learning a mechanical fight. Like we lasted much longer that time and did better.
Also, don't get stressed out if you need to do something, and if you make any mistake, just don't, don't get stressed out by it. More just learning. It's progression. It's not.
A lot of people haven't
doing
done
well,
haven't done
so-
this fight, so I mean, I think that it's gone pretty well considering you've only got like 3 attempts and 4 horsemen for, I don't know, 70% of these players, because a lot of you guys didn't play private servers.
So Morgraine was at 40% when I died. 41%.
It's pretty low. Basically, by the time the DPS are able to come back around, it'll just fall over. It's just a matter of keeping the tank alive through enough rotations to get to that point, I suppose.
You have to keep the tank alive for a little over 3 minutes before we can come back around.
Also, when my growl resisted there, my taunt, I popped my reel, and I also have an extra hit from Bag of Whammies. So I had 11 hit and it resisted. So I just got super fucking unlucky.
No matter how much hit you get,
I know,
there's
there's
always
the
a
1%.
Yep,
I know.
always
I just
one.
got super fucking unlucky.
Welcome to 4
It's
Horsemen.
actually super annoying when we left X and went across the room. Like we immediately got a fucking stack as soon as we got in. Like if there was a timer, I could like dodge it basically.
It was DBM, right?
There's no timer on DBM. It's just
But you also didn't get clipped by a 4th stack and potentially die at Thane because you got that first stack over there. So
I
that's
guess
also that's also the trade-off, you know.
Yeah, but I could have like hid over where Skull was for a while.
Well, if you had hit over by Skull, you would have got the 4th stack, is what I'm saying, and potentially.
Oh, I would
died.
have got the first stack. Okay, you're right.
Question: Where if the tank running over there, and the DPS go to the dead zone, let that 4th mark go out, and then come there and burn? Because then you skip the 4th mark entirely from both of them. Does that make sense?
Also, maybe we can get some health stones on our tanks for this attempt. You guys have some spare shards?
Shouldn't we have the people that are offering to switch on their healers, and just, that way if we lose the healer, we can keep pushing.
Oh, I don't need a swift pot, thank you though, Craft. I have cat dash. Should be okay. As long as I don't get fuck, and I can't use it anyway if I'm in bear.
How many DPS is safe on circle at the same time?
It's 10 yards.
Basically, circle is usually killed by range and not by melee. It's very obnoxious.
What did you say?
Circle is usually killed by range and not by melee because of the blast.
Copy that.
We get
About
3,
to get the
sometimes
4th.
4, yeah.
Is that not what they're doing?
Doing that?
Yeah, it would probably be better if they did that.
I mean, I'm meeting up with Dian over at Zelik again, and I don't see her till then, so I think we're already splitting up.
The only problem with that, is that how many healers do I have at Mograine if I do that? Do I only have one healer that divided from Thane?
Okay. One second, Max. Max, can you repeat that? There's 4 fucking police cars outside, and I'm a curious bitch.
She's a cat in the window.
So I'm sitting on, yeah. Yeah.
Seems simple enough to understand. I'm sure they understand. Ricky, Lori, Dian understand that. Yes.
So no. I have a question. So like, obviously after I move to triangle, I'm going at that point clockwise. Dian's going counterclockwise. What, like? Even the one splitting up to the 3 corner.
Yeah, at that point you have 9 healers and 3 bosses. So even if the healers are just rotating, it's always going to be 3 healers at each tank at that point. So tank shouldn't die, hopefully. Just whatever healer is at Thane and decides that they're going to, I think it's Blamau, just make sure that when you rotate that you aren't rotating through Thane again by mistake.
Any mage buff, please.
I'm not already checking.
Do not continue. Turn back while there's still time.
Are they trying to warn us not to fight them?
Some of them have their brains.
Okay, everyone's ready. I'm gonna Dbm Pull Timer. Tanks ready, please. Here we go.
5.
Watch your threat exec.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Third mark.
moving to X.
I can't cast that yet.
It's under X.
That's still recharging.
Is Dread okay? Is Phenom okay? I got X.
Third mark coming.
Terra's on.
Got you, Dread.
It's too far away.
Alright, keep it going.
Don't forget you can pay for one to save some.
Mograin's through his first shield wall, by the way.
Dread's got X.
Dread's
Please heal
on X.
Dread. Please heal Dread on X. Switch to Dread on X. Don't top me up. Heal Dread. Dread's gonna die. Dread's dead. I got a whole X still.
You guys have an you know, a
We
button
just had
that
one
can
healer
cancel
here.
your cast.
We just had one healer here, that's all.
Yeah, see if we would have put another one.
The next mark, I'm dead here.
Not enough mana.
I'd come pick it up, but I have 4 marks.
I can in 10 seconds after my marks fall off.
Stan's gonna fall off here.
5 seconds.
DPS coming to X in 3 seconds.
Lost path over here.
DPS should be good for X.
I can come and taunt.
Who has it?
Taunting.
Heal Adam here. Heal Adam. Hopefully I get away in time.
Who's
I'm
next?
dead.
I can't cast that yet.
Blamo's like moving too much. The safe spot was getting fucked at the end.
Yeah, it's
Clipped.
I mean, it was going for a long time. I just got to a point where I only had one healer at X and the stacks were high.
We wiping it?
Bleezy and Kashin, let's have you guys switch at this point. Well, we should have Recklessness up for the next one.
It's got 13 minutes on me. I don't know what the other people have theirs at.
13 minutes for me as
Yeah,
well.
it's gonna be up in time for the next attempt. We gotta get them over here and stuff, so.
We already summoned them, right?
I'm not sure if we summon them.
We summoned Kashin.
Bleezy, is your priest here?
Yeah. I summoned him too.
Oh, okay.
Do they have world buffs?
Yes, I have world buffs.
Pog.
Kashin,
I also
do
have
you
world buffs.
Do you have thorns? Well, wild torn root. Do you have it?
I should have some, yes. I'm not sure how much. I have not.
I have 40 and I need help buffing. That's all.
Yep, I'll get 4 through 8 or 5 through 8.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
We're going up another 2 here.
Yeah, I'm putting you on follow. Oh my god. You blinks and
blink.
leaves me away.
I stopped.
I'm pretty
I
sure
got you,
I'm pretty sure we're at 10. We'll be at, oh no, with Ricky we're at 11. Yeah. Keep forgetting about the guy.
So we're at 10.
Hey, man.
Yeah, we're at 10. You know what you could even do is you could even put 3 healers just in the middle of the room right in the start and just have them do nothing or something, and you could have them come into the rotation late and start playing the game of, you know, ring around the rosy between the marks. That's also a idea.
Yeah, I think we just keep doing that stagger trick, but we're not okay. So like everything I had, the Thane shenanigans, we're not doing that anymore. It was a good try, but I think we made it too confusing.
I think it was good. It's just, why did we only have just Max there at the end? Like when we had tanks die.
Yeah, I think it definitely is what you want. It's just a question of what are you adjusting to get more healers there. Because if Drade had lived and we had relieved, I would have gonna kill.
The DPS was just coming back to X too. If we would have gotten there maybe, if we could have lived maybe like 15, 20 seconds longer, X would have died.
Yeah, I had a little bit longer because I stayed past the first wall, but
It should be a little bit better this time because we'll have wreck up for this next attempt. So Skull should actually go down a little bit faster, even though we have less DPS and we have more healers to rotate with. So hopefully it should be okay.
Loot's linked, by the way, everyone, in case you're not noticing.
I'm a little behind the group, so please wait on buffing.
We could probably summon you if we have shards. I don't know what the warlocks are like. Plague Heart's fucking samples are disgusting. So good.
Which two healers are we getting? We're getting Kashin and Bleezy?
yeah.
Thanks, Smoke Champ.
Let's go ahead and get the buffs out. At least Kashin's here to buff now, right?
Mm-hmm.
My hero.
With world buffs, Pog.
Alright, so someone please say something if I'm like making this more complicated than it needs to be. I don't know if I'm explaining. I think I'm explaining this okay to the healers. Alright, this is because we brought in more healers. This is the last time I'm switching it up. So while we did that last pull, just forget it. Alright, we're going back to the whole everybody's just moving clockwise thing. Just give me a sec. We have 11, Lori. Yeah, we're staggering, Aladdin. Just give me a sec.
I would recommend maybe starting the 2 healers on Zeliek and maybe starting all the other ones with 3. That way they maintain 3 at least.
I'm starting the 2 healers on Blamo. Blamo, how do we say it?
I just worry that means that there's going to be 2 healers there for the majority of the fight, and Dread's already taking the most stacks there as well. Because if one is rotating on every interval, then he's going to have 2. Yeah, on Blamel you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Blamel has the most stacks every fight because it's the last tank to get relieved. So if you have the least amount of healers there and the most stacks, that's concerning.
Okay, then I'll change it.
I would do 2 on Zeliek because it's kind of like the middle ground between.
All right. Here's what the rotation looks like. So that number is how much you're staggering by initially. All right, I think you all get the concept. So Lori, Nazgul, Aldine, and Hatrix, you guys are going to move on the first debuff initially. Dian, Toxin, and Winterchild, you're going to move on the second debuff. And then Ricky, Easy Peasy Bleezy, me, and Kashin, we're going to move on the third debuff. After you make that initial movement, you're always moving on the third debuff every tank after. And we're all moving clockwise. Make sense? And
who's Dreddy tanking in the beginning?
Dreddy's
So I know
tanking.
which way I'm going.
Dreddy's tanking triangle.
Circle, yeah.
When you say clockwise, does that mean that the person at Pulmo is moving to Zeliek and the person at Zeliek's moving
to Morgraine? Yes.
Morgraine.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanna clarify that for people if they weren't aware.
Yep.
How long on your guys' recklessness? It should be about 3 minutes right now.
4 minutes.
Okay. We will wait for that.
And I want to, and just so we're clear, when Skull is dead, when Skull dies, let's say you're on X, right? You're to our right. You're not going to go to the Skull position anymore. You're going to move up to where Triangle is. When a mark dies, you take it out of your rotation. Just be aware of what your debuffs are at. If you have too many, if you've made a full lap, you may have to wait for your oldest debuffs to fall off. No.
If you've made a full lap and you still have debuffs, you gotta wait in the safe zone in the middle on the stairs.
Yep.
So that debuff falls off for your next destination.
So we're just waiting on recklessness to come up here, guys. That's all. We'll probably have, I'm gonna say 2, maybe 3 shots more at this most, and we're gonna switch and clean up Spiderling. Because I don't want to push you guys over raid time, and I know some people would hate to miss out on tier 3 tokens for the week. So
I still have one more piece. Sorry, completely forgot.
also, grats to Lakeoff on the boots.
#1 on the server, yeah.
Let me pull up the screenshot.
Give me 1 sec, sorry.
You guys do your research.
Anybody interested in this neck?
Craft is looking it up.
Should be a tank neck.
Yeah, very
You should 100% take this craft. It's 24 AP trade off for 14 stam. It's really good. Yeah, I don't actually care
What
who puts in
about
for
Dread?
this. Grats craft.
Grats craft.
I think Dread went up to figure out if he could give up the hit.
It's fine. Yeah, the Oni Tooth is just.
It's hard to replace for a bear tank.
Yeah, no, Bear, you want the avoidance. We still have a minute on the cooldown.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody's here. That's all it's for.
I don't know if this is like a good idea, but do you maybe want to use Rec on X instead?
We've talked about it. The problem is that you wouldn't have your other cooldowns for it, and it like you're gonna have to leave X anyway.
You won't be able to kill him.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's the point. You might as well just accept the fact that you're gonna have to deal with 3 of them at least.
All right, got it.
Can I get a rebuff on Blessing of Light before we get this pull going? Also, how many seconds on you guys wreck?
30.
We could pull.
All right, one more ready
Like it
check.
would come up during the fight. 15 right now.
One more ready check and we pull here. Hopefully it's a call on this one.
Yeah, I got to save my world buffs.
Easy game. Dracaris, you good to go? Alright, we are gonna pull timer your tanks. Please be ready. Have your marks. Here we go.
Up.
Oh, hi, X.
That's bad.
Very bad.
That was like 5 there.
I have a soulstone.
I could probably keep going. If you're in the
Just
one
keep it
position,
going, pull it away.
if you're in the one position healers, you're moving. So Lori, Nazgul, Aldine, Hatrix, you're moving clockwise to the next tank.
You shield walled again. Rip.
If you're in the 2 position, you're moving. So Dian, Toxin, Winterchild. You're moving clockwise to the next tank. And then if you're in the 3 position, you're moving. So Ricky, Easy Pleasy, and Kashin to the next tank. And now everybody, all the healers, we're moving on 3 stacks. I'm not going to keep calling it. Just move when you hit 3 stacks.
We'll probably get a 4th stack on this one, so just watch people's how it's gonna be. Keep feet on them.
I couldn't go to X.
Paladin is down.
Dian, can you battle res him?
Can I be res him?
Yes.
Heal Dread, please.
Watch your debuff
Make sure you
healers.
guys are getting off at the right amount of stacks.
Moving.
Yes.
I'm coming.
Do we have a BRS for Bleezy somewhere? Or Ricky? Also, why are healers down?
Void zones.
I can get Bleezy.
Impetus, shouldn't you be max ranging? So it doesn't chain to you?
It's just hitting me.
Oh.
I'm dead.
I'm far enough away.
Dread's got the mark. Please heal Dread.
You can resist the void zone. It is actually worth doing shadow protection.
I'm gonna stay out of Mograine and then I'll go in if we need a tank.
Yeah, I have 30 seconds on mine.
I can go in whenever Dread wants me to.
Probably the next stack, I imagine.
It's too far away.
Tell me. Okay. I'm coming now.
It's on triangle.
We're dead over here. We should probably just wipe it up at this point.
Yeah, so when you're on triangle, guys, healers and DPS, you have to be watching out for the void zones. A void zone at a bad mark tick will pretty much one shot you.
Phenom, when you engage the boss, just literally taunt the boss in the start because that way it ensures that if you don't land your melee hit, it's on you anyways. Every single time we go in, I always start the fight with that.
It's your security
Alright,
blanket.
I wasn't sure if you were already doing it. If you're already doing it, don't worry about it. Just trying to give you, I don't know, anything I can think of that might help. Maybe you weren't doing it.
That was the first time it happened. I taunted him. I had him hitting him. I don't know. He just he jumped back off.
Yeah, that's alright. It happens. I think we have probably, yeah, like I said, probably 1 or 2 more shots on this guy, and if we can't do it this week, we'll just move on. We'll get the farm stuff out of the way. I don't think we'll be coming back on Monday again. That's very negatively reviewed by a lot of guildies, so I don't think we'll play that one again. But regardless, the week's been a good week in naxx for us. Got things done pretty easily.
Yeah, next week we can plow.
Yeah, I mean, we plowed through most of naxx this week, even with, I mean, Tuesday was amazing for us. That was, it was probably like the cleanest naxx run on the server, the bosses that we did, so. Maybe not that, yes,
Dreda?
but everything else was clean.
If we don't get more healers by next Tuesday, I really don't mind staying on Kashin because if we can keep people with world buffs longer, it's just going to be more DPS.
No, I understand that. I mean, I'm doing my best to fix that issue as quickly as possible. We got I heal Simps onto the roster, which yeah, I know, amazing name, but yeah, we got I heal Simps, and we got Shepard is coming back to the game next week on his Paladin. So we'll be picking up a couple more healers, so it should be a little more steady on the heal side of things.
Knopf just not able to play with us.
I think Knopf just doesn't want to play. Him and Anne are playing. What's it called?
Retail.
Retail.
Chatter.
As we speak right now, they're playing retail. So. They just don't have interest in classic. I think they're trying to get some like arena chemistry going because they want to return for TBC and mostly raid as a means to boost their PvP in TBC.
Who are you talking about?
Ann and Knopf.
Oh.
Yeah, they want to play like Rogue Mage Priest or something in TBC. Also, a really cool Zanza for this fight, by the way, is the 20% speed, because you actually get out of zones before you get hit by a mark, an extra mark, so also ups your DPS a lot since there's a lot of movement between targets in the fight.
Be a mage and have blink.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if anybody notices, but after we run away from Korthos, I always switch to defensive stance because I'm executing anyway, so I don't have any rage to lose. And it's if I accidentally, like, if we take too long and we get the 4th mark as we're running out, you like have less of a chance to die because the 1st mark won't kill you on Mograine.
Reduced damage.
You can also load up on swiftness spots as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's like 5 guilds or 6 guilds.
It's 5 now.
5 guilds.
I was looking at other servers. I don't know how much it's changed this week, but last week, like there weren't many servers that had like more than
The first kill goes to me.
It's because it's so
Anyone
much
care
time invested to do naxx, and the thing is, a lot of rosters just aren't willing to do 9 hours in a single night like some of these guys are doing.
A big thing is we're Alliance dominated, and naxx is way easier for Alliance to clear. Relatively speaking, to Horde.
Was really struggling.
It's terrible. There a lot of the Horde dominated servers don't have a single KT kill yet because it just feels so bad to do as Horde.
Why is that the case?
Because of Paladins, Salve, Kings, all the Paladin buffs are fucking ridiculous compared to what Shamans give.
Kings, like 10% extra stamina is nothing to like laugh at. It's really good, but it's also because like Paladins are like they don't run out of mana. They have bubble, bop, freedom as well. Like there's a lot of really useful things that Paladins have.
Cooler.
The totems for shamans spawn scarabs or whatever on a new whatever his name.
Yeah, there's goofy shit like that too. Like, yeah, Wind Fury is nice and all, but you're threat capped, so what the fuck's Wind Fury gonna do?
So this will be our last attempt on this one for this week, probably. After this attempt, we're gonna go clean spiders. Last week it took us 45 minutes to clear Spiderwing, and that was with you guys having probably never stepped on an axe before. So I'm hoping that it's faster than 45 minutes this week.
And after we wipe basically unfairly in a trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, and I hopefully won't fuck up the mind control this week.
Lol. You got Lori back up.
You could even just have Lori do it, or Ricky. Yeah, you could have Ricky do it.
Nah, I'm doing it.
I mean, he wears Naltharian's tier in his healing. And he wears Ring of the... I mean, he has 3% hit in his healing set.
Lori's more sober though.
Much more sober. I'm only 3 glasses in.
Only 3? You need like 3 bottles before you feel anything.
actually true.
I only need one glass. Because I don't fucking drink.
Actually, Dean just needs a quarter.
That's
of-
normally how I am.
of a beer.
I'll take 2 sips and then I'll be done. And then I'll hand it off to Dre, I guess. Or we'll just sit there and he's like, why aren't you drinking more?
They are resetting Neff and Ani like 3 or 4 times a day now.
Because they're wiping to a boss. And
That's
going to get
because
the world
they're
buff.
yeah, exactly. They're wiping on this, and then they're running back, and they're getting their full world buffs again. They're trying again.
Apparently, from what I hear, there's no recorded kills with Saffron. That's not world buffed.
There's on world. Yeah, there is on Warcraft logs.
there are. Oh yeah.
I think they meant on this server.
Oh, not on the
Frosty-
server.
Frosty,
Fuck no.
Kashin, and
I'm here.
all right, Frosty, you good? Alright, let me know when you're good, Frosty. Alright, thanks. So you guys can move forward a little bit here. Dbm timer. And we're gonna pull it on 5. Here we go. Be ready. Here we go. Okay, you got aggro.
Guys.
Yeah, my feint did not work. My
Bad
bad.
Hunter.
All right. Lorraine, Nazgul, Aladdin, Hatrix. You are moving clockwise to the next tank. Right. DN, Toxin, and Winterchild. You're moving clockwise. And Ricky, Bleezy, me, and Kashin are moving now.
I'm out of range.
Wait, did I go the wrong way?
Cool thing, quick.
leaving
You
too
guys are
early,
rotating
anyway?
around. Yeah, you guys are rotating so early at the cost of the rest of the raid.
We got
It dies or you die with this strat.
Just top them off. We're okay.
Make sure the tank's prioed. Yeah, because you guys switched early, we had to eat a 5 stack, some of us on the exo.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, 5 of us just died running away. If you run away, you add to the problem.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So healers, when you hit 3 stacks, you're moving to the next tank.
It's alright, guys. Just probably not this week.
Keep going. I think we're okay. I think we have most of our healers.
4 taunt resists in a row on X, so that's
We,
really fun.
we've still got healers, so we can keep going, I think.
Try and recover it. It's just DPS down.
If you can B-res other healers, and try to do it, but we'll try and keep it
No
rolling.
B-res.
Bleezy, there's nobody at that target.
Somehow I picked up stacks on 2 different bosses. I don't know how. So
You
I
got
have
this, Trev?
stacks on all 3 bosses.
I just have no health. Oh,
Gotcha.
it resisted.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Taunting.
If you're on circle, don't stack.
Alright, he's got X. Dread's got X. Please heal Dread. Please heal Dread.
Heal Dread, guys.
I need to get closer.
Is Raspberry up? He can probably grab.
No, you can't. It's too short notice. I'm only just switching, and he only just came in, and we both died.
That's still recharging. I have no choice but to obey. I can't cast that yet.
It's alright. We're just gonna go to Spiner. It's fine. I mean, it's a learning week for people ultimately, and we muscled through dying just because we had world buffs. But the problem is we have world buffs, and we're learning at the same time with 4 horse this week. We can carry world buffs over 4 horse. I'm sure we just smack it really easy next week.
I got a question on this boss.
Sure.
Is it where I'm standing on Zealot? Because I picked up stacks from Zealot and
Yeah, so
Dex.
if you're standing between 2 horses, like if you're trying to make your distance shorter, your run distance shorter by standing like between, yeah, they do. The zones do overlap each other by a little bit, so it's possible to stand between both bosses and get both marks.
That was
Your
pretty
range is
rangy.
I
just
can
pretty
go
far into
find the
room.
map to show
Oh.
you how it looks with the zones.
So it's not like if you guys were tanking Mograine or whatever in that corner, it wouldn't be pulling it closer because I was like maybe 10 yards away from
Even
it.
if we,
Oh, yeah, they
even
have
if
to be
we're
in the
holding
corner.
it, yeah, even if we're holding it right in the corner, there's still overlap space.
Do we have our summoners still outside? Could I hearth and get some thorns? Well, regen.
Kashin probably have some that he can trade you.
Yeah, I got a stack for you.
I have a.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to Spider,
gonna say,
Bluesy,
Lori?
and Kashin. You guys can switch back.
Never mind.
No, we
We
did
didn't
not.
even try it.
We got about 300.
We didn't even
small
try
eggs.
it. We didn't even try it.
It's
we
not on the
didn't
log.
try.
So
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that never happened. Logged from our memory.
Yeah, that didn't happen. We scrubbed that from the logs.
I want to pay you. Tell me.
Listen,
I have no idea. Just take it. I got plenty of gold.
I recorded all the trash and the bosses from our first trash pull to our last boss kill. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Bluesy and Kashin, for switching again. Appreciate that.
Do you want me to stick around for the D poison, the cleanse?
If you want to, if you'd prefer to be on your hunter, that's perfectly fine. I'm sure we have enough healers regardless.
Okay, I'll step out.
Thank you guys for switching.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Certainly.
Yeah, I think that was my bad. I need to stop saying everyone. I think is that what happened? People heard me say everyone move on 3. DPS moved on 3.
It might have been.
It might have been.
Pretty funny.
I'm sorry. Like organizing the healers, especially when he had 8, was.
It's fine. Just for future on that fight, any communication that goes on is literally just between the heals and the tanks talking to each other. That's why I said you guys are going to autopilot on that fight, and it's just your responsibility to look at what your debuff is or what your stacks are at, and to look after yourself essentially. If you're not getting any heals and your health is just sitting at like 30%, you can't go back in for another stack. Just sit out and bandage and wait for someone to heal you. It's your responsibility to stay alive. That's all.
We lost like 7 people who walked away though. We should revisit that next week when we start.
Especially warriors. I saw a lot of warriors leaving. You guys need to stay and help us execute we burned through that part of the boss much faster than the rest of the boss because we're able to execute. So if all our warriors walk away, it sucks.
Not just warriors. Everyone stays. That's melee on that until either we die or it dies. There's only 2 options. There's no running away.
So you gotta man up. I'm gonna pull this first back here, so
You got a buff.
DPS, pick a target and just focus on. Oh, the mages and warlocks, I'll get back. Melee, no, it's like melee or DPS. Pull that trash back inside it works. And that allows it so I don't get ripped in there.
May just be some flickers.
Also, remember when we were talking about the other week for the Venom Stalkers, the not group up for those in case they charge. It's poison, just kill a lot of people.
There's a dread creeper that's loose.
Spread out on an arc for those.
And it is a meat too.
Yeah, it's a nasty poison, like 3 ticks and you die. to see some servo arms.
I don't know if this trash can drop.
I think any trash can drop epics, can't they?
I think some of them
Spider has a misplaced servo arm.
Definitely misplaced then.
Indeed.
These will eat anything.
They're like goats.
Anyone got a res going on Impetus?
Are you high again?
Is that a question you have to ask? Yeah, this is
I'm
Ricky.
gonna say this in front of everyone. If you keep showing up to raid high like this, or get high during the raid, I will pick you and I'm not joking. I need you
Yeah.
to keep showing up high. Yeah, but
Not as high as you, buddy.
you're retarded.
These people
Ricky,
actually
the only-
function.
Ricky, the only thing we're high on is life, buddy. Look at fucking executive over there.
You're not just
What's
high.
up?
You are completely out of your mind. And it's just
That guy just can't wait to get up and drink his smoothie in the morning.
You guys put
Hearing
rum
what-
in your smoothies or tequila? I like rum.
He puts monster in his smoothies.
No, that's me. And exact.
Wait, you put monsters in your what?
No,
Why?
I don't.
Jesus.
It'd be in a weird place to make that decision.
Sounds delicious.
Honestly, it kind of does.
doesn't
But
have a coffee.
Like, monsters like
does.
fucking with sleep
Help
for
me,
weeks.
Curse, please.
How long until executive a monster to cocaine per carrot? Really
Also, Ricky, I literally watched you walk into a void zone and die the last attempt. So there's that too. It was not in the
It's
corner, it was in the
It's
middle.
not nice to throw people under the bus.
I know, but like
Sorry,
that's,
I
the
did have
healer
Monster
can make
Can.
all the difference in fights like these.
You don't have to throw Ricky under the bus. He walks under it himself.
Laugh.
Impetus, you may want to delay taking that res or run away.
It's a lot of poison. Did that tank?
Lycos been really funny lately, honestly.
Speakers. He mages fucking speakers.
We are.
Shut the fuck up, Ricky.
Hard to decurse when you're getting yoinked around.
Boink.
At least we found a word of bond. You know, if everybody has DMF for next week, when we got full horsemen, I don't know if we can get full horsemen with that first of all, because we probably will do patchwork first, realistically. I was gonna say maybe we kill X as well at the same time, but
Cleave him.
no, not Cleveland.
Cleave that.
You know, if Cleve is that good in class.
You didn't see
Progress
the.
did.
That's terrible.
You didn't see the video?
Progress didn't even cleave two marks. They didn't.
Yeah, they
They
did.
did one into the other one. No, they didn't.
No, they literally brought two horses
they-
on top of each other. and fucking
This
killed
week
it.
they cleaved them.
This week they cleaved.
Actually, like, they did it Wrath
Oh,
style.
this week. Now they cleave them, not the first one.
Yeah. Serenity linked it in guild chat at 5 o'clock today. Or, sorry, whatever. 8 o'clock.
Watching
Raid.
that run live, they did like two things that are just like, wait, what the fuck? You can get away with this?
So, reminder, please spread out in an arc around the boss. That way, when he impales people, we don't like lose 10. Instead, we just lose like 1 and we kill the scarabs. As soon as somebody dies, by the way, if you guys are watching your raid frames, the second somebody dies, assume there are going to be ads because there will be ads. And just turn around and kill them. Also, when I kite the boss around the corner of the room, make sure you don't get clipped by the swarm, locust swarm.
And
Phenom has skull for this, and Craft has X. You guys are gonna hold them on top of each other. Just get rid of them quick.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, try to not use your blink at the start of the fight so you can save it to potentially not die. All right, we are just about ready to pull this up. Tanks have your marks. We are gonna pull it. There we go.
Yes, run. It makes the blood pump faster.
Phenom, you're gonna pick up the quick blood response, by the way, during the locust one.
Holy shit, if I didn't blink, it was dead. Lincoln tuber.
Just saved Laycock.
Yeah, it's
How cool, my hero.
You guys might want to bring lips for this fight every week.
We're 10 seconds on swarm of the window.
You ready to move, people? You ready to get away from the bombs?
Beware.
Oh, I got my first.
Just realized that I stone shielded the fight at the start of the fight. I need to not do that for the future.
Does Nubercon hit hard?
He's supposed to be.
Locust will
Scarabs up.
switch to the scarabs guys in the ad.
You healers healed by pet that entire swarm. Mad lads. I didn't even know that my fucking
Some melee come over here.
That's still almost our record victory. Last week versus
Oh, those are nice
Ooh,
bracers.
wrist cards. Sick.
3 strength upgrade, by the way,
Yeah, we
I mean,
we cleaved the ads down.
from brutality.
We cleaved the ads down really efficiently this run. It was really good.
How many leather scraps do you have?
Melee, pick a target for this next one and just go crazy. Pick a target.
Great, you got another word of thawing there, sir.
I sure did.
Spell isn't ready yet.
To the door.
I need to get closer.
Let's pet pull the next pack back to us. I'll pick up square on this next pack as well. What's called? Somebody can grab that unmarked one.
Oh my god. Get pulled by one, blink away, get pulled again.
Let me tell you, it's really nice to be able to swap stances and lock into them again. A really good feeling.
Did you go back for your prot?
No, it's deep prot. You guys are gonna have to wall. No, I have 2 points in tactical mastery with deep prot. I could have put 4 points, but I thought that improved shield wall might be beneficial for progression, so I went ahead and took that talent. Alright, melee, pick a target here. Make sure you guys hug the wall around here.
Got a pack coming up. Actually, no,
We
I think it's
gotta
that goes
spread out
away.
for these.
Yeah, careful of this one again this week.
Do you want to use burn behind us for this, since they charge and poison? Being spread out.
Are the
No,
paths coming up into the room in a couple
No, they're
seconds?
not. We're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, stand back a little bit, guys. Move back a little. Skull's coming up right now. Just try not to be the person to facepall them.
I'm gonna pull Spider, most likely.
Spread out in an arc, kind of.
Requesting some pyros on skull.
Oh, no skitters. Nice.
Cleanse poison this quick. You have a poison period of spawners. It's so crazy how much damage that does. It's actually so crazy.
It's not
It's like fucking 2 ticks of poison kills you.
It's 2,500 damage a tick.
That's disgusting.
The path's pretty far away. It's coming back through in like 5 seconds though.
Yeah, we'll wait a second for it. Actually, we can probably grab this pack. Just stay back. I'm gonna pull it all the way up here. Just stay back. Pick a target. I'm gonna grab the stalkers.
We got the best healers.
Pull it back into the room again. Cleanse poisons. Weird to have a skull and an X and they die at the same time. Very interesting.
You got skitters on that, right? F in the chat.
It's alright, they fought noble fights. Very brave warriors.
I mean, kind of rogue.
Noble heroes.
Parker is a warrior too. At heart.
You find as a mage, I live more if I open with Cone of Cold.
I never Honorary brown boy.
clear this next skitter pack so we have some room to work with over here for this trash. There we go. Makes a bit more sense.
Lidl, you're at like 5 health. Not even close.
I life-giving gem myself. It's fine.
So it's the acolytes that cast, or is it the cultists? I never remember this.
Acolytes, Shadow Bolts, cultists do the arcane explosion.
Gotcha.
Just remember, red shirt ults you, black shirt smacks you.
Somebody can try and pick up Skull for this as well. I'm gonna use my challenging on this mob to keep the cultists off on the side.
Your
Where are we pulling
old
for LOS?
lives, your mortal
around the corner here.
desires mean nothing.
Up here. a little
You are acolytes of the Master now, and you will serve the cause without question. The greatest glory is to die in the Master's service.
Big area heals here, guys. A reminder. Pretty much prayer healing spam on these mobs. Great question, Ricky. Dread, you got a challenging shot.
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna try and challenging shot the cultists for this one, please. And wait on the skitterlings. Skitterers.
They come back.
It's called Challenging Roar. Thank you very much.
Challenging meow.
Just try and, when you're challenging them, just try and take them away from the group.
I gotcha.
And melee, make an effort to stay away from the cultists. Just kill the acolytes quickly. Such fucking annoying things.
Oh, no one died that time.
It feels so chaotic with all the kicking around.
It's like bumper things.
Oh man, 6 apiece.
Will Fab keep you from getting knocked back?
No.
Problem. Oh, it doesn't?
No, it doesn't protect you from knockbacks. It just protects you from stuns and immobilizes. And movement and tearing effects, so it'd be like a root or something, which knockback is not one of those. It's not actually a debuff that gets inflicted on you.
Okay, Craft, you are going to use your challenging for the cultists on this one. Somebody can try and pick up square with this one as well. I'll try and grab circle.
I'll grab square.
So if you can see, the cultists actually separate from the acolytes on the blue things. So you can actually get a pretty clean challenging on just those specifically. And then just drag them away from the raiders.
There's a cultist chasing Tox. No, on there.
I don't think they really hit for anything. I just think it's just that annoying here.
It's just they'll interrupt the healer's heals if they're trying to heal you when they knock back.
This is just practice for mag trash.
Sure.
Alright, Phenom, you're gonna challenging on this one, please. Dread, if you can please do X for this one.
I love running in to go hit a mob and then he knocks me back twice.
Oh yeah, it's lovely.
It's amazing.
I love how almost all the mechanics are anti-melee.
Welcome to World of Warcraft. It's been that way forever.
All right, we have no challenging for this one, so just yeah, cultists are just gonna go where they go. We have some space to work with, so.
I'll open on him. Fuck it.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Sure, you go acolytes first, guys. Then like cultists or something. Acolytes do all the damage. That's why they get the marks. The cultists don't do damage, they're just annoying. That's really all they are. I mean, their knockback hits you for 380, so they do nothing. Shadow Ball, on the other hand, hits everybody for like 2.5k, 2k.
Where it's dying.
Come on, loot it, so I can yell at you saying you looted one.
Eternium lockbox.
How many acolytes is this one? 5? That's gonna be fun. Yeah, again, please don't kill the cultists. They don't need to die first. Just skull X quickly. Here we go.
About to be force punched into Faralina.
Oh yeah, you guys are.
Spider?
No spiders.
Maybe I'm just senile.
Join the club.
I'm right there with you, Grandpa.
Alright, so Trey, you're gonna tank her to the left, right?
Yeah, we're gonna tank to the same spot as previously, yeah. Okay. So you guys are gonna kill Skull X first. Craft, you're gonna hold square and circle. And actually, let's make. I was gonna say let's make a tank snipe easier, but ultimately somebody has to hold some worshippers, anyways. Dread, if you can hold triangle and diamond here, please.
Sure thing.
Let's have Craft pick up X, and Phenom, if you can try and get skull, square, circle. Make sure you guys don't kill square, circle, triangle, or diamond. You just want to kill skull and X. That's it. Skull, X, and then boss. Don't stand in rain of fire. You have a fire protection potion. This is a good fight for it. Also, nature protection for the poisons. Always good.
If Phenom's picking up 3 targets, do we want to swap Skull next? That way he has more time to get at the threat.
Oh, either way, if I do that, then
Either one. They can be stunned
yeah,
too, by the way.
I think it's gonna be annoying for a tank either way, because either way a tank's gotta take one of the ads and pick up some extra ads.
True.
They don't do much
Sorry,
damage,
can you
so-
repeat Craft's marks?
Phenom, I have you on skull, correct?
Yeah, skull, and you had me to get
Phenom-
square and circle.
Phenom's got square, circle, and skull. Craft, you've got X, and Dread's gonna grab triangle and diamond. You can only make it easy for one. Yeah, we can hear you on disc.
Can we just cleave down skull and X at the same time?
I've always got to pull the other ads together with it, but because you guys don't kill those, then yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. All right, we're gonna Dbm Pull Timer.
Yep, I'll do the emceeing.
Five, 4, 3, 2. Slay them in the Master's name. Pathetic wretch!
Poison. light's dead. I don't know what it is for.
Triangle and diamond.
I got a triangle.
You guys kill Square?
No, only Skull and X.
I mind controlled and sacrificed it.
When they get mind controlled, they die.
I have.
Sacrifice.
I'm grabbing
I have
circle
it.
now.
Adam is tanking still.
Okay, you're doing
No,
the
it's
MC?
good. No. I just it was running free and killing people, so I picked it up. Got an MC.
Let me time it out. I don't think I want to kill it right away. Because she enrages after a minute, right?
Enrage, I think.
Who's gonna enrage? Just gonna work.
I would just use it now, yeah.
Alright. Do it. I'm doing it.
Poisons.
Pathetic wretch! You cannot hide from me.
And it didn't go off.
She's mad.
It got pulled too.
Just kill DPS.
Yeah, just burn her down.
Just help out healers, DPS.
The master will
It's really
avenge
messy.
me.
Yeah.
He's dead though.
Yeah. Yeah, after the first minute, she'll do it off cooldown. The second she loses the silence.
Alright.
Essentially.
We need to make sure the ads are a little bit closer to the boss, and the boss doesn't move away from the ads. I got tethered on
I
my
don't
MC
have
again.
An option whether I get to move the boss or not, depending on Ring of Fire as well.
Yeah.
It's off
You
tanks
can
have to-
100%.
Off tanks have to just position with me. They can drag the ads because they're just tank and spank ads, so no need to kill them or do anything to them. Just try and pull them within range of the boss so my priest mind controls them. They can sacrifice immediately.
Yeah, the problem is I can't get too close to her because she does a silence. Is she the one that did a silence? I got silenced on Pull because I was too close. I
The
think.
ads do a silence. It's the ones that we
Followers
kill at
do,
the
the
start.
ones in
yes.
the white.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not her. It's the
Skull and
ones
X do. That's why we kill them.
Okay. Because that's why the Pull was sloppy. I tried positioning a little bit closer to the boss and I got silenced.
We got the worst piece of loot off her again this week. It's annoying.
I don't know. For maybe
Okay.
for you.
Like you'd literally rather have either the frost resistance or either weapon. 2 weapons off that boss or frost resistance gear, and we got the fucking magical resistance reduction.
It's the same deck we got last week.
It's a worse piece as well. Good thing I had a 15-second shield wall for the enrage there.
Flee before it's too late.
So next raid, I need to bring 1,000 reagents.
By the way, what are we doing for crafting frost resist gear?
So you need to finish the Echoes of War quest first of all, and then you need to actually turn that quest in. And once you turn that quest in, I believe, I'm not sure whether it's a quest you pick up at Light's Hope or it's a quest that drops inside of the instance. I think you maybe pick it up from Light's Hope and then it's a quest drop inside of the instance, from what I understand, on the databases.
It is indeed a quest drop in the instance. I didn't see it though in the trash we killed tonight. I'm on it.
Does everyone get it if it drops?
Yes.
Yeah, if it drops, everybody should be able to pick it up, and at that point, the guild will just fund your ring and your legs if you're patient.
And how about for the frozen rune crafting stuff?
Frozen rune crafting stuff. That's the legs we're talking about. But we won't fund more than the legs in the ring for everybody. I think if you want to go insane with your frost resistance set, that's up to you. But really, you just need people to do 200 frost resistance. Unbuff.
So this Fate of Ramalandi.
That's the
Ramalodni.
Yep, that's the one you need.
Yeah,
so
I've
you
already
turn
had
in Echoes of War, You turn in Echoes of War, and then you pick that quest up, and yeah, then you have a chance to get the item that drops off the trash. Alright, tanks, hopefully you guys are ready here for marks. Gonna LOS pull this.
Speakers, please. These decars reduces healing, so it's very important to take it off, please.
So I will not have a shield before it makes sense. So hopefully we don't push and reach, because that would be really bad.
Alright, which healer got their flask of petrification?
Yeah, I did. I have 10 Petries with me, luckily, so don't worry about it. I'm just gonna run up to this mob if you guys want to follow.
I need to get closer.
I think we're gonna 100% run that Zerg strat next week. I mean, you also have to take into consideration if you're 37 or like 38 moving as well, so we should even have a little more heals with the same DPS.
With a full raid, we absolutely would have gotten 4 horsemen tonight. There was one attempt where Morgan was at like 10%. And if we had killed him, we would have been good.
Word is
What a
up
thought.
back here.
Yeah, it's all good. No, a lot of people had to learn the fight tonight, so it's totally okay. Not too bothered with how it went. I feel confident when we kill it next week. It's a big raid.
Raid losses on one side. Okay, we made anything this big again, did they?
That's essentially a weak of Black Temple.
Even Black Temple was less, right?
Except there's
I
more
don't-
trash.
I still don't
between
think-
classes, too.
Black Temple was only 9.
Alright, Spirit of Naxx here next.
Castle Narnia is fucking like 12 or something. Isn't it ridiculous? Yeah, the new raid or whatever.
Narnia.
Naxx40.
Narnia.
I like Narnia, man.
I'm calling it Narnia.
Smoke's running really fast. Skull first. Might be 6 stacks here together, so just ready for big ones.
They stop poison spitting at least when they try to stone scale.
Yeah. Well, naxx ate some consumes these past few weeks, didn't it?
600 gold a night on average for me.
More than that for me.
Monka F.
Skull first. By the way, careful how early you switch on these targets. I know a lot of you guys are trying to maximize your DPS, but if they heal, be 100% win.
Can we stay together while bringing this poison off? A bunch of you just ran out of the prayer of healing range.
Their life into their own hands.
You guys are probably going to spread out reasonably well for this next pack, so you don't get charged poison.
I like spread out in this entire room.
Yeah, you got a lot of space to work with here, so. Poisons. Poison is so fucking lame, I swear.
There was so much space where I was standing.
It's 2 ticks and it kills somebody who's not world buffed. I literally watched Toxin die in 2 ticks. Took like 2 seconds from the poison.
I could have saved myself. I'm a little sleepy.
Yeah, same. I didn't desperate prayer.
Can stone form it too.
Nope.
I'm broken though. I have some broken gear.
Nobody has a repair bot, do they?
I've got one.
Can you drop one?
Alright, one more boss. Red's over.
I will happily pay for your repair bot. What is it going right now? 40 gold or something?
That's just a chump change.
Damn, Delphi thought it was 80. That's what I paid.
It's not
him
too
last
bad.
time for
It was like 80 the first week of naxx release, but everything was fucking priced the first week. It's alright, guys. We're almost out of here. Hopefully, it makes us one shot and finish off the week with our 12 bosses. Really, it could have been 13, but we just don't have as much time as these other guilds to sit here all fucking night on this stuff. Shame on you guys for having lives. Disgraceful.
I'm down the raid every week.
Fucking spit.
I'm down the raid every night until we kill this shit.
Also not her thing to get world buffs.
How are you gonna tell me that the most important thing in your life isn't naxx?
I got a mortgage to pay, sir.
Embarrassment.
You're on it all day.
I got a mortgage to pay, sir.
When you move to Indiana, it'll cut your costs in fraction.
5%.
My mortgage would be like 5% of what I'm paying now if I moved to Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I pay $600 a month on my mortgage.
The repair bot is up.
Yeah, please use the repair bot. Let's drop it behind the raid on the stairs.
I see the finish line.
Drift down.
Ah!
Good thing there's a repair bot.
Yeah, that is true.
So, are all the end bosses connected in this corridor if you just keep
they
going
are.
around?
Yeah, you could clear the whole and do some swimming if you want to get around.
I don't think you can get the Lotheb.
Yeah, no, Lotheb's the exception. You can't get to him because he comes up on that little archway.
Although you can get to the start of Plague, you can get to Noth with
Yeah, it's just nobody takes that path because what the fuck?
Wouldn't that bring you to Heigen?
it takes you to Noth, you
Oh.
jump off the platform onto Noth, and then you go straight to Heigen after.
No, I'm looking at the map. I see how you do
First
it.
kill
Yeah.
goes to me. Anyone care to wager?
Progress to the toxic swim or whatever for the world first, whatever.
Our favorite spider pan is coming.
I don't like spiders.
Patrick, what high school did you go to?
No, I'm from like Hobart area, but I moved out here about 2 years ago.
Gotcha.
That's fucking crazy small world though, man.
Yeah, it is.
I'm living in Indiana right now. Crazy.
Spread out, guys. Unless you want to look at poison.
Careful not to get too close to the mobs.
And a lot of leather scraps here. Ornash is drooling right now.
Yes, sir, I am.
I've had my gear on the whole night. I don't know.
Wait, who has the tier 3? Barker?
He's got his 4-piece tier 3.
I just bought all the scraps off the auction house. I didn't want to wait.
Parker pay to win. Nice hacks. And we've arrived at our last stop of the night.
Another ward-a-thon.
Make sure you guys break people out of the webs, please. You know, it wasn't an issue last time, but I just want to make sure.
Are we gonna take it closer to the web, or do we need to put healers in that corner?
I can take it a little bit closer if you guys need.
Tank it closer, and casters actually need to spin and save people.
Just be aware of fireballs in 2 seconds.
Scorch.
It take like 3 to 4 scorches to break it.
Yeah, you're not the only person.
I'm just letting you know it's the same.
Just scorch and fire blast it.
Palm Pyro, come on.
Just palm pyro it every time. Fucking noob mages.
You guys are actually gamblers.
You ready to switch to the ads or dynamite or sapper or whatever you want to do them when they spawn underneath the boss? Also, please let the web go at 30%. So stop DPS when we call for it. Let the last web go before the enrage, unless you want to go through another painful fight.
Or another corpse walk.
Or another corpse walk past raid time. You guys don't want to do that to your Kiss of the Spider, do you?
You mean log off in ghost form?
I'd be very upset if we didn't do a second attempt if we wiped, but sure.
Wraith Blade would be pretty pog.
Dagger would be nice too.
Yeah, a lot of good drops here.
Didn't we get this Didn't we get this neck last week?
Let's not talk about that mana MP5 next
So
week.
bad.
Rory and Dread, you guys both ready?
I just need int. Thank you.
Two more people.
I don't care about that.
Alright. We're gonna pull this up, so please be ready. Watch your thread, especially in the start. I am proud. Okay, the boss doesn't want to move.
She has a big hitbox, so she's hard to move.
Yeah, I know.
Patrick, can I have you on web duty? Just
Please
heal
cleanse
whoever
poison,
needs
guys. Cleanse poisons is 90% reduced healing. I've had it on me for 12 seconds, 13, 14 seconds. Spiders. Web in 3 seconds. Web in 3 seconds. Cleanse me immediately. Last one. It's on craft right now.
Patrick's just webbed. I got
What percent is it?
She's
Somebody
at
call
48,
him.
47,
45%. We should stop at 35.
He's webbed.
Don't use that. Kill the spiders, guys. Kill the spiders. Top me up.
I tried Kane.
Top me
Yeah,
up.
I tried to. I couldn't.
Make sure you get the healing debuff off me immediately when the web finishes.
We
I don't
can
have any
just
cooldowns.
abolish it.
I don't have any cooldowns. I'm done. It's on JoJo.
They're your second threat after.
It's on Kina. It's on JoJo. It's on Kyra. It's on Thorstein.
Turn her away from the raid if you get aggro.
Chop me off. It'll be me soon.
Dread, one shot. Leader. That's gonna be a ward.
She's enraged.
I'm walled.
Yes,
You
it's,
know it's over.
always enraged at 30%. The problem is I died before.
Soulstones are up, don't release.
I don't know if you can.
Or, oh,
release it.
can we on this boss?
I don't
No.
think we can.
Oh, half the raid can get rosed at least.
We also need to move the raid in general more to the left, deeper, so that basically we're spreading an arc around that entire web, so
I
that
need
people don't
my-
die on the web.
I need my off tanks to be ready for the Spiderling spawns. They always spawn directly underneath the boss, like directly in the middle of her hitbox. They spawn right there, and they always spawn clumped together. So if you literally sap her as a tank, right as they spawn, you'll get aggro on all of them, like 100%. They even have like a 1 second delay before they start moving, from what I noticed.
If you dense dynamite, it'll be up for like each spawn almost. I don't know if you guys have that.
Yeah, they typically come out soon before a web spray, and you gotta kill them so they're not hitting healers during the web spray, because then you lose healers.
Rolling a Moloch going into the web spray.
I had poison on me for 14 seconds at one point. That fight was really bad. I just basically went to like 10% health with no heals.
So can we have a hunter? Can we have a hunter pull her and then run up to the wall, and then you can pick her up when she's like halfway to him? Would that help with positioning?
I'm not sure. As long as people hold off when this started, it's probably okay. I don't know if it will teleport the hunter to her is the concern.
Paladin, I want you to be healing webs. So
Raz, where are you?
Ricky, you need to run back. Don't do it, Winter. Oh, God.
Do it, Winter. Do it.
Thanks, Max.
Winter just rezzed you. He's the man.
Now who's gonna heal
Careful.
Serenity the pet?
There was also one web wrap that time where I was the only one attacking it and I got 3 shadow bolts off on it before the person died.
That's why I think we need to have the boss a little bit closer to the web, so it's easier for casters to spin and take him down.
We also need casters on both ends because it's really long.
Healers, this is something that I want you guys to really understand about naxx. Dispelling and decursing and abolishing poison is extremely important here. So I know you guys want to parse. I know you're like, oh, there's a whatever the fuck up. I need to heal. Just please prioritize abolishing, decursing, and dispelling whatever the fuck else is up. It's extremely important. It's extremely important in trash fights. It's extremely important in this raid overall. Yes, your parses are gonna suffer, but that way we're gonna kill bosses.
It's thawing on one of the mobs we missed. We'll run
Some
back.
scraps, yeah. Maybe they'll stay there when we kill the boss. There's some loot back towards Farlina at the end if you can go master loot it afterwards.
Would it be helpful if like all the melee hit cleave whenever the ads come up?
It will just help if they dynamite it in general. It's very unlikely they'll get aggro off of the tank who's also using dynamite or sapper in defensive.
Yeah. If they switch to defensive and use a sapper, like it doesn't. You're not pulling that off. It's like a 900 threat and defensive stance on each mob.
It's like if your sapper hits them for 1k, their sapper hit for 1.5k, so it's gonna take a lot to get aggro off all the mobs.
The other person that could dispel was healing webs, so.
I have to summon Ricky. He's already lost, isn't he?
Any of you warlocks gonna hit stone? Let's try and make this the last attempt here.
I was looking at the pointers, and your pointer was way off everyone else's.
I think I'm kind of in the right area. I'm in Nax Ramus.
Wait a second. Before I take that summon, I think I'm here.
Just take it. You're the only person not here.
No, Adam's not here either.
I'm running back to see if Ricky's close.
Well, let's just group up and get buffs out and get this done so we can all get out of here.
I have all my buffs.
Hunter South.
You know what? I want all the paladins up front next to Jade so they can dispel abolish that thing. Lori, if you can please heal the webbed people.
It's gonna get applied when he's stunned though. You're gonna need a rolling one going through the web.
The first kill goes to me.
I'm the only one with.
Anyone care to wager?
I'm the only one with tier 2 hot. You sure you want me healing webs?
Oh man. Toxic. You're healing webs. Wakey wakey.
Can we try that hunter trick? Can we have a hunter pull, then run up to the wall, and Jade, you pick her up when she's in a better position?
I hope it doesn't teleport, but yeah, we could try it.
I get fort, rest on my buffs. Please.
You could even just pet pull it. That would
Or have fort? Question mark.
You ready
I
to
do have
roll?
fort now. What am I missing?
Waiting on
You had
Mew,
fort.
and we're good. And Kashin. Mew and Kashin.
You're missing more.
Mew, you good now?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, go ahead and pull it up for us.
Can you mark yourself?
It's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's better.
Really good.
Flurry on the wall.
All three in the same spot. Come on, Lori.
Spiderlings in 5. Now. Way better. Web spray in 3.
Get a ball's poison and hot's rolling.
Abolish poison up.
Make sure to not push the next. Make sure to not push 30% before the next web spray. Percent is up.
It's at 45.
45.
You can keep going.
Web.
She's at 38. Slow down around 35, guys.
Kill the spiders quick before the web spray. Kill the spiders.
Yep. Kill the spiders. All right. Pretty good timing.
Push and rage after.
Alright, I hate this buff.
I am webbed.
Just kill boss, guys. Don't do webs.
Save one of you.
Honor. Yes.
Okay, nice work. We got a custom.
Now kill the webs, guys. Don't let them die up there.
Yeah, finish the webs up ranged.
And I will banish your soul
Congrats on the
to
kiss.
oblivion.
Yeah, that's a sweet trinket. That's a sweet drop.
Good raid, Raz. Take it easy.
Daisy, Phenom, appreciate you staying 10 minutes over. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, Phenom, and everyone else.